Sew A Lot, and I'm here today with a really quick video, but it's about two really exciting things. The first thing is the SMYLY magazine. SMYLY, which stands for Sewing Makes You Love Yourself, was a challenge brought by Athena, Hattie and Lisa at the beginning of the year to try and promote body positivity, but also how sewing helps with body positivity and helps with mental health. In case you haven't seen, I did a video, I think it was back in January, and I'll link it up here, which was all about how I felt about the challenge and what sewing meant to me. So you can check that out if you haven't seen it already. Yesterday, really excitingly, was the release of the SMYLY magazine. So I know that Hattie and Athena were so overwhelmed and pleased with the response to the SMYLY challenge at the beginning of the year that they decided that they were going to continue on the same theme, and they were going to bring out a magazine. It's an online magazine. And it's downloadable on, I believe, the SMYLY magazine website. I'll put links to everything down below, and also if you download the magazine, you also get a free copy of the SMYLY magazine pattern, and the SMYLY pattern is called the Samantha dress. And having flicked through the magazine and had a read, I am aware now that it's inspired by the lovely Samantha of Sew by the Seaside, who is one of the lovely bloggers who joins me on the Sewisfaction blogger team. And yes, I was also approached by Hattie and Athena a couple of months ago to ask if I would be willing to test the pattern, and I was delighted to say that I would. So this is my version, and I'll stand back so you can see. I've made the short version. Unfortunately it's in black, so it might be quite hard for you to see, but it's got a tie belt, which I really like. It's also got a really nice wide band around the neck, and I chose to make the option with the collar. It's got a wrap front, a faux wrap front, and it's also got grown-on sleeves, so there's no sleeves to insert, which is really good. It also comes in a longer length, and you can also do an option without the collar. And there is also an option that has a tie sleeve as well, which is really pretty. I'll put the line drawings in here so you can see. But yes, I'm really pleased with this dress, and I only had to make a few alterations, and obviously I was testing, so it wasn't in its final format. But I really love the pattern, and so much so that I've actually cut out another one. And it leads me on to the other exciting thing which I want to talk about, which is the Sew Together for Summer challenge, which again is being brought by the lovely Susie, Sarah and Monica. I'll put all their handles down here if you'd like to follow them on Instagram. And if you want any details about the Sew Together for Summer challenge for this year, all the details are over on Sarah Smith's website, blog, which is called Sew Sarah Smith. I'll also put the link to that down below, and it gives you information about the rules, and there are so many amazing prizes. And if you watched my vlog last year, you'll know that I really love this challenge. I think it is a great challenge to get people to sew together, but the best thing about this challenge is that all of the winners are picked at random. So it doesn't matter what your sewing ability is, it doesn't matter how your dress turns out, all of the, like I say, prizes are picked at random. So it really doesn't make any difference of your sewing ability, which I think is fabulous, because then anybody can get involved. And also it avoids the task of the hosts from picking between all those amazing dresses. So the challenge this year, last year it was a shirt dress, but this year is a wrap dress. So very apt, because part of the rules are, although it needs to be a wrap dress, they will accept a dress which wraps over at the front, at the top I mean, but doesn't necessarily wrap at the skirt. It doesn't work the other way around. If it's a dress with a wrap skirt, I believe that's not acceptable. It has to be the whole of the front of the dress wraps over, or the bodice wraps over. So like I said, you can check out Sarah Smith's blog for all the details, but I am 100% involved in this challenge. I have got so many wrap dresses, so I thought I would give you just a blow-by-blow of the ones that I have and that I'm thinking of making for the challenge. So the first one is obviously the Samantha dress, and I will be submitting this as one of my makes for the challenge, and I have also cut out another one of these in, and if you have watched my plans video last week, it's in a blush pink velour, stretch velour, so I'm going to get that made because I think that's going to be fabulous. So yes, I'm going to also enter that. But the other dresses, I have so many wrap dresses patterns. It's amazing that I have, this is the first wrap dress I've ever made. I think it's because I'm actually quite small busted, and generally whenever I've tried on wrap dress styles in the past, they have made my bust look even smaller than it actually is. So that's, I think, why I've steered away. Plus you always have the issue of gape, and that's one of the things that I really like about this dress in particular, that it's got this really wide neckband, so you don't feel like you're exposed. Plus, it gives you the option when you're sewing it together to decide how far over you wrap the top. So I wrapped mine over quite far, and yes, it's perfect for me. I don't feel like it's I have to keep adjusting it all the time. So the other wrap dress patterns that I have the Seamwork Erica dress, and I have seen a lovely version of this by Wearing Old Bones on Instagram, and I'll put her handle here. She's an amazing sewer, she sews the most beautiful things, but she made the Erica wrap dress, I believe, and her version was lovely. I also have the Sew Over It Eve dress. This is a pattern that I purchased last year in the summer. I believe it was released last year. So yes, I purchased this last year, but I haven't yet made it. I have some really lovely fabrics that I would love to use. I think it'd be perfect for a viscose, and I've got lots of viscose in my stash, so I might think of using one of those. I also have a Vogue pattern. I can't remember what the number is, but I'll put it up here. But the lovely Alex of So Happy Alex has sewn this so many times, and all of her versions look amazing. And she's also hacked it into a sort of peplum top, which I've seen, which she was wearing when we had a meet up in London recently, and it looked really, really lovely. So I love all her versions, so I've recently purchased that one as well. I also have another Sew Over It pattern, which is a wrap dress, which is the ultimate wrap dress. I haven't made this one yet either, and it's one that I've had in my stash for a long time. And the thing that worries me is people who have made it have said that it's quite there's quite a lot of gape at the front. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. But yes, I'm thinking of making definitely the Vogue wrap dress because Alex's always look so lovely, and also the other Samantha and the Eve dress. I would really love to make those three for definite. Other ones that I do have a vintage Simplicity pattern. Again, I can't remember what the number is, but I'll put it up here, and that is one of their Jiffy patterns, I believe, and you just put it over your shoulder, and then your arm goes through here and the other side wraps through the same shoulder, I believe. So I think it's only got something like 3 pattern pieces or something. I would make it a bit shorter than the sample on the front, but that's another option. I do really like that pattern. I'm just trying to think of other wrap dress patterns that I have, because I know when the challenge came out, I looked through my stash and I thought, oh my goodness, I've got so many wrap dresses, wrap patterns that I haven't actually made. So anyway, those are the ones that I'm definitely planning to make. I don't know if any more will arise along the way, and I'll think, maybe I'll make one of those. But yeah, so I'm going to keep you updated with those makes. But please check out the SMYLY magazine, because I've read it. It's got some really lovely really lovely interviews in it. I know the lovely Anna from Kokawawa Crafts has been interviewed in there, and she actually is also on the front cover, and I love the cover. It's such a great shot of her. So yes, those are the exciting things that have been coming up over the past couple of days. So yes, I've got another really exciting thing happening tomorrow. I'm going for a meetup at Satisfaction, and you'll all be happy to hear that I have finished my dress that I was in the process of making to wear. So hopefully I will be having a fun time in that dress tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and click subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you soon. Bye!